Welcome to the Dance Studio Empire Podcast Business Series. This podcast is about building your studio empire, whatever that is for you, whether you're just getting started or striving to hit the elusive $1 million mark. This business series will give you the confidence and know-how you need to transform your studio and give you the business you've always wanted. So sit back and get ready to build your dance studio empire. Hello and welcome back to the Dance Studio Empire podcast. I am thrilled to be back here with you today after an amazing weekend of industry events. Now, if you listened to my podcast episode last week, then you would know that I had the opportunity to attend both the VDF Victorian Dance Festival in Melbourne and also the Dance Teacher Expo in Sydney. So I thought this week I would give you a little recap and share my takeaways from these events with you today. So let's dive in. Number one, now the first thing, let me just say that live events are truly where the magic happens. The connections, the reunions, the opportunities to meet new people, share experiences, and learn from each other. It's simply electric. It's the only way I can describe it. Now, I must admit, I still have those moments where I need to remind myself to be brave. So especially when first walking into a room full of people on my own, I still have those moments. Maybe you can relate to that or not, I don't know. But anyway, I just tell myself to be brave. But it really didn't take long. And as soon as I saw familiar faces, I instantly felt at ease. And it was just so great seeing people that I hadn't seen for 12 months or even longer. It's almost like you haven't had that time apart when you get back together. It's a really great feeling. The second thing, another takeaway from these events is that the people who go to these type of events truly matter. And being surrounded by like-minded individuals who share the same passion for dance and entrepreneurship is what creates an environment of expansion. So it alleviates that fear of judgment. And I believe it just encourages an open sharing and learning. And I was amazed by the simple yet profound insights that were shared and how everyone was willing to support each other without hesitation. I absolutely love that. That feeling of collaborating in sometimes what can be, quite an industry where can have that feeling of cliques and not being accepted if you're not a certain way. And I just felt like there were no stupid questions, and there was always something new to learn from someone else. And again, I love that fact. It doesn't matter where you are or who you're with, being able to learn something new it's invaluable. And the third thing, now I have to admit, as much as I love these events, I also realized that I am a true introvert. And by the end of each day, I was exhausted from all the interactions and stimulations. But you know what? I also learned that it's okay to take care of yourself and do what you need to do to regenerate your energy. So for me, that meant just having a quiet dinner and a glass or two of champagne with a small group of close friends. So in Melbourne, I went with my husband. So we went for dinner and had a few drinks. And then when I got back to Sydney, I had my team there. So we had a beautiful dinner. And also one of my great closest friends from Queensland, she flew down, she brought her team down, and we were able to catch up as well on the Saturday night in Sydney. So it was super, super exciting, but it's also just really important to remember to prioritize yourself during these types of events because they are so busy and full on. And now maybe you're the type of person that thrives off that and you got to the end and you could keep partying. Excellent for you. But definitely for me, I am the other side. I am the introvert who is absolutely drained of all my energy from being around people all day. I love it though. Don't get me wrong. Now, the weekend also served another purpose for me. So I was not only there to be present, but also to observe. I paid, close attention to what studio owners were saying. I was looking at their body language. I was looking at their responses to different things, different speakers, different topics, the different conversations that were being had in the room. I took note of the entire journey. So from the moment that I walked into the venues until the minute I left. And now you might be wondering why, and this is absolutely not to judge, but rather to ensure that I'm able to bring you the best experience, because I'm holding my own business of dance conference in July. And I want to be able to create a space and an environment that fills the soul of studio owners, challenges their way of thinking, and helps them see their situation in a new light. And so that's what also was part of the reason of going to these events, apart from everything else that I get from it. I was just really intentional to take note of things, listen, ask questions, because I truly want to present and give what people want and need in their business. Now, for VDF this year, they celebrated 10 years, which is incredible. And the numbers that they had there was amazing. And the Dance Teacher Expo. So this was the first of its kind in Australia, and it was based off the formats of conventions that run in America. And so it was different and it was exciting. They were both successful. Okay, so even though they are of similar nature, so if you were, if you're looking at both, you would think they were the same thing. They were similar, but they were really quite different. And so it's a really powerful reminder that events that may seem similar or could be perceived as competition can be distinct, and they can both draw in a large audience. They can both be incredibly successful. And it's similar to running a dance studio. Despite similarities in the industry, each studio can have its own unique approach and thrive in its own way. And I talk about that a lot, focusing on what you do, what you are giving, even though it might be similar to what's, the studio down the road. Just stay focused on you, keep being yourself, and you will deliver to the people who resonate with you. And this was just truly shown in these two events over the weekend. Both had massive numbers, both were successful. There was great energy at both. So, it's just a reminder for everyone. And just like that, I want the Dance Business Conference that I'm going to be hosting in Sydney next holidays. It's also going to be the first business event of its kind. It's going to be a little bit different because I'm different. The way I coach, the way I run my studio is a little bit different to everyone else. So hopefully I can give that to other studio owners. And over the next couple of weeks, or leading up to the event in July, I'm going to be sharing more about why this event is going to be a game changer for dance studio entrepreneurs. So like you, this is for the ones who are really focused in on making their business successful and the best they can be. And at this one-day conference, you're going to have the opportunity to learn from the coaches and the experts that I've personally used in my own business for many years. These are people I know, and well, now some of them are actually friends because they've been in my life for so long. But I want them to provide a unique perspective on ways to expand your business and take it to new heights. And I feel like sometimes we need some fresh blood to come in and just give new ideas and new thought processes, because that's how we grow. And trust me, they are a big part of the reason of where I am today. And so I need to share that with the people who are really focused in on wanting to run a great studio. Now, also, you'll have the chance to participate in small breakout groups, which are going to be led by our experienced coaches. And you'll actually be able to connect with other studio owners who are in a similar stage of their business. So if you're fairly new to owning your studio, you'll be in a group with other fairly new studio owners. But if you've been running your studio for many years and have, great numbers, and you're really ready to step into your next level of business, then you'll be matched up with others exactly the same as you, So remember, like I said earlier, this is where the magic happens. And these intimate groups, they're going to provide you with specific information that's tailored to your studio's current needs and give you the opportunity to have those conversations with like-minded peers who share similar experiences in the dance studio industry. You'll be amazed at what other people can share and how quickly you can both grow with that information. So you can probably tell I'm quite excited about it. I'm a little bit nervous to put it on, but I'm really excited to bring it because I just know what it can do and the power and the changes that it will make to the trajectory of your dance studio. But anyway, let me finish up today. In conclusion to the weekend of industry events, so VDF in Melbourne and the Dance Teacher Expo in Sydney, it was an incredible experience for me, both as a presenter and an attendee. So I learned valuable lessons about the power of live events and the importance of connecting with like-minded people. As an introvert, I was reminded to take care of myself and do things that really regenerate my energy in ways that best suit me, because I had to keep going. I had to do 3 days in a row, which similar, like after a concert, that feeling after you've finally put on a concert, you've run it, and then so it almost feels like you've been hit by a truck the next day. That was the feeling that I got, same as after I run my concerts, but I had to keep going. I had another couple of days ahead of me, a couple of flights as well, and checking into different hotels. So, but we just have to make smart decisions, right? Did I have a favorite? Yes, maybe. Am I going to tell you? No. The reality is they were quite different, but both offered an amazing experience. And the organizers of both of them should be really proud of the response and how it all worked. I think I mentioned in the last episode that I can't even imagine the logistics of putting these events together, having to have so many people turn up and just organizing the venue and all the decorations and the speakers and just, there's so much that goes on in the back end. And I really, really admire people who do, these huge events. I just loved observing and I just loved listening and speaking to studio owners. That's what inspires me to create, amazing experiences for dance studio entrepreneurs. And that's also what I want to bring to the conference in July. Now, being the first year for the conference, there are going to be limited seats available and early bird tickets are currently on sale. So I urge you, if this sounds like something that might interest you, to get in, go to the show notes, and I'm going to leave the information so you can click on a link and you can read about it. And you can also click on the link and secure your tickets. Remember, this is going to be a really unique and game-changing event, and I would love for you to be part of it. Okay, well, look, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you attended either or both, or both of the events, like one or the other, I'd love to actually know what your thoughts were. Even if you have some thoughts about what you would like, something that you would find beneficial, things that you didn't like. I love hearing that too. We don't have to, it's not bagging them out, but there's always things that we can improve. So please, if you want to send me a DM on Instagram, I'm at _Jen Dalton _ or you can join our Facebook group, Dance Studio Empire, and join in the conversation there. But that is it for this week. I hope you have a great week. I know some of our states are back into term 2. For us, we have a couple more days and then we are back and raring. Time is flying. It is very exciting. It's just an exciting time for the industry, and I'm so glad to be part of that with you. All right, guys, I will chat with you next week. Get ready to be inspired and challenged by some of the most innovative and forward-thinking experts in the industry. Our speakers and thought leaders bring a unique perspective and a wealth of knowledge that will help you take your business to the next level. No matter where you are in your business journey, whether you are just starting out or you are striving to reach that coveted $1 million mark, the Business of Dance Conference is designed to empower you with the knowledge and confidence you need to transform your studio into the thriving business you've always dreamed of. Get ready to unlock new potentials, new possibilities, and gain fresh insight with like-minded professionals who are just as passionate about your success as you are. Tickets are now on sale, so make sure you grab them before they run out. I will leave a link below, and I can't wait to see you there.